I think if anything, they have maybe been like, Dad, you sure you don't have any gigs to go to?
Hey everybody, welcome back to Catamoment with me, Molly Stone, Associate Director of Live Performance at Catamount Arts. I'm coming to you once again from my home. Our art center is still not open to the public, but we have a ton of stuff going on and coming up. But before I get to that, I want to give you a heads up about what you're about to see. I sat down and interviewed Chad Hollister. He is a Vermont legend. He has been playing music for decades, traveling the country and traveling the state. And just this past weekend, which was August 16th, he was due to play Dog Mountain. He was going to be our headlining artist up on the mountain on August 16th, but sadly, we've had to postpone our series until 2021. However, Chad is set to play our finale show of our Drive-In to Stay Safe movie and concert series on August 30th. And you can get tickets by calling the box office on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. at 802-748-2600, extension 100. So, Chad Hollister, he is closing our Drive-In to Stay Safe music series that has been a success thanks to you and to your support. This has been a 10-weekend series that included movies and live shows. And it is because of you and the dedication of our staff and our production team to the safety of all involved that this has been a success. It has played out in full without any incident. And that is due to our diligence and our commitment to public safety. So please, if you haven't attended a drive-in movie at NVU-Johnson or a drive-in concert at NVU-Lyndon, please do so. This Saturday, there is a concert featuring the Mosaic Band at NVU-Johnson. And this Sunday, we have a movie, Harry and the Hendersons, at NVU-Lyndon. And then the following weekend, which will be the weekend that we wrap everything up, is Harry and the Hendersons at NVU-Johnson and the Chad Hollister Band at NVU-Lyndon. So don't miss out on those. Upcoming is a couple of events that we are slowly leaking information out about. These two events are happening in downtown St. Jay on September 12th and September 26th. These are part of the Levitt AMP Bridge Grant. It is an opportunity for the community to come together safely in downtown St. Jay and will feature Vermont-based artists. So stay tuned for more information on that. Also coming up is First Night North, and that may seem like a lifetime away, but the planning for First Night North takes a long time. This year it's going to be all online, totally digital, but we're going to start planning for that event that will happen from 4 p.m. till midnight, like usual, just on a different platform. But you can expect the grade A entertainment that you have come to know through Catamount Arts and First Night North. So, upcoming is my interview with Chad. We talk about the realities of being a presenter and an artist during these times of uncertainty, and especially during the upcoming fall and winter where we just don't know what's going to happen. So stay tuned for a great interview with Chad. Hey Chad, how's it going?
Incredible, Molly. Thank you. Good to see you.
Incredible. That is an incredible answer to a question that doesn't always have that sort of feedback. So I'm psyched to hear that. I see behind you that you are sitting outside and it's gorgeous and it's beautiful. I'd like to know that when it wasn't so gorgeous outside behind you and you weren't on your porch, how were you faring through all of this COVID-19 lockdown and the absolute shift in how you conduct your personal and creative life?
Sure. Wow. What a wonderfully stated question. Well, when it happened, we, Primo and I, Jeff Peremski, who's my lead guitar player and dear friend in the band, he and I were on tour in Colorado. And so we, as gigs were getting canceled, we realized that we needed to go home. So we cut the tour short and got on a plane and came back home. And as I got back home, you know, the spring's usually pretty busy, but summer's insane for us. I mean, every weekend and kind of, you know, big dollar Friday, Saturday gigs. And then interspersed solo, duo, trio stuff throughout the rest of the summer, doing, you know, everywhere from like playing at a Lawson's brewery to Red Barn Brewing to, you know, private gigs all over New England, all over the country, really. So as it halted, I just realized that I needed to stay at home. And for me, I'm so used to traveling that it's been really wonderful for me because I've had time with my my two children, Riley, who's now 15, and our son Bodie, who is now 13, and my wife Katie. And so I think if anything, they have maybe been like, Dad, you sure you don't have any gigs to go to? You know, all this together time has been incredible for me. And I think for them as well, but I have thoroughly enjoyed it just because I haven't been traveling. And then slowly, as it started to quote unquote open up, I use that term cautiously because I don't want people to think that we are I'm back out on the road, because I'm not. But as you know, we've started to do some invite only gigs here at my home in our yard, which you can see a little bit. This is the side yard, but out here, and Primo and I set up on this little porch right here, and then we you know, we kind of limit it to about 40 folks, and I've literally just kind of been I haven't been advertising it at all, just kind of close friends, really. And so that's been going well. And then the occasional private gig here and there, socially distant stuff, and studio stuff. I've been doing some recording for some podcasts that need some music, and then a book that I wrote a song for, a children's book called Little Bird, Where's Your Nest? A book written by Karen Kalopoulos. Met her at a gig in Stowe and just riffed on her book, which is called Little Bird, and it reminded me of Are You My Mother? You remember that book, with a bird asking all these inanimate objects like the steam shovel and Are you my mother? And in the end, finding its mother. So I wrote that and recorded that, and you know, and honestly, the Facebook live shows that I've been doing have been incredible, and our fans and friends have been so generous throughout time, because, you know, I mean, you know, you're an amazing piper, and listening to Dan Houghton there, your friend, usually touring internationally, everything's been scrapped, and so I think we need to kind of band together, pun intended, and help each other out. Like you guys, you and Jody and the crew at Catamount Arts, we so appreciate you in the drive-in series that we're closing out on Sunday, August 30th. Plug. Which is so awesome. And that's really our only gig. We have a gig tomorrow. We have a gig coming up. I'm not sure when this is going to air, but we have a gig in Killington, a library series. But your gig is really the only band gig, other than a wedding we did a month back, and that's it. So it's a weird and wonderful time, I would say. So how's that for a long-winded answer of how am I?
It's fantastic. You know, it's fantastic because your answer is similar to everybody else's, which is this is like really leveled the playing field, again, pun intended, because no one is playing in a way that we're used to. And like you said, I mean, you just put it into great context for folks who are watching and who are wondering, you know, if we'll be staging international artists or even artists that are outside of New England. I mean, right now, bands are not touring. Agents are not putting bands on the road. So, and that's going to be, you know, and for regional bands, you might see some gigs starting up again. But for globally touring bands, those big entities plan years in advance, and that
Years.
stuff is not going to happen soon. So,
Right.
yeah, the startup to this creative economy on a whole is going to be extremely slow. It's like pulling your car out after it's been sitting there all winter. It's
Sure.
extreme. It's not going to be pretty.
Yeah.
So I am really glad that you talked about that, because it's every artist's experience. Every artist who has been on tour, this is what's going on. And so, as you mentioned, you're going to be closing out our Drive-In to Stay Safe concert series. But I want to remind you and all of our listeners, watchers, that this past Sunday was going to be your gig at Dog Mountain.
I know. Sob, wine. We are so excited. I'm a little embarrassed that I've been hearing about you guys forever. And you and I mean, we've spoken for years. Mutual friend while we were out. And actually, we were supposed to see Ian McDonald in Colorado, but that leg got canceled. We ended up just staying in Steamboat and then driving back to Denver and flying home. But we were supposed to see your fellow piper there. But we, it's not happening. But what I did realize is that I found you through just filling in through our mutual buddy Pam that helps, our wonderful friend there that helps run the Dog Mountain thing. And I saw the site finally. And I was like, what? Just so blown away. I did dog days. And there were freaking dogs everywhere, of course, Dog Mountain, but you don't understand it until you attend one or play one. And then of course, I've met Jody up at Mike's Tiki Bar down the road from you guys. And he's wonderful, but finally we are making one happen. So I even though it's not at Dog Mountain, it will have the spirit because it's Catamount Arts. And I really dig St. J, and I don't know enough about it, but I've got a lot of friends and fans around your area. So I'm excited to, be part of the Lyndon State. I know you're bopping back and forth between Johnson State and Lyndon State. And it's going to be great.
Yeah. And I'm so happy. First of all, Jody Freed loves you. He thinks the world of you.
He's awesome.
He is awesome. And he is behind the scenes making all of this happen. You see all of us on the grounds. You'll see Tim and Derek and Ashley and the whole Catamount Arts staff. And Jody Freed is up on the mountain, unable to join us due to health concerns.
Okay.
So his heart has been with all of us every single Saturday and Sunday at NVU-Johnson and NVU-Lyndon. And we will be live streaming your concert on Sunday through the Catamount Arts Facebook page. So people will be able to see it if they're not there. That includes Jody Freed.
Awesome.
I think this is fantastic. It's not what we had planned, but
no, that's okay.
Our story, you and I meeting through this network of people.
Yeah.
And this network of people coming together even more so now that we've had to stop, that you're not out in Colorado.
Right.
We are firming up our fabric here in Vermont. And I think when you hit the stage at NVU-Lyndon on Sunday, August 30th, it will confirm there's a feeling that you get when you're on that stage and all the cars start honking their horns at you.
Yeah.
That we're all in this strange world together.
Mm-hmm.
I think that if we carry that into 2021, we're going to be stronger than ever.
Yeah.
With that, I am so glad that it's you who is closing us out, because we've been talking about this for a long time.
I know, and me too. And so many of my friends have joined you on that stage. I saw, I know Dave Keller did it, and well aware of all the other. Actually, I just sang a track with Dave on his new record. That's really exciting. We did an acoustic duo thing, and Dave, started out on acoustic guitar, playing in Burlington to very few people, much like my experience too. Although I was on congas and drumming and playing cover songs at Reuben James. It's just great. It's a great series. I'm so excited for you guys, and then just for the people that get to see it, because the continual message that I'm hearing is, man, we miss live music. And so we've been trying to give it to people as much as we can, safely, where people feel safe, where the bands feel safe, and just keep it going, keep it alive. And like you said, I mean, just the community of Vermont is so special. There's so much incredible talent out there, and up here during this whole time, where people are like, man, we're free, we're okay, and these places are just opening back up too soon. And I cannot reiterate enough, in my own humble little part of this world, to continue to wear your mask and be safe, because we're doing well. But just because we're doing well does not mean that everybody can go back to normal. That we won't be back to normal for a long time. And so I think for people to continue to support the arts like you guys are doing, and like musicians are, helping each other out, and it's just it's very Vermont, and I just feel really lucky to be home and have this place to call home during this time. So yeah.
Well, I'd like to end on this positive note that you just brought up about safety and support, and as presenters, as an artist, the fact that, people following health guidelines right now not only helps them and preserves all of our health, it will also preserve the future of artists and presenters and venues going forward. Because right now we will be the last ones to open up, and if there is a resurgence, that just pushes us even further down the road. So the more that we can be models, myself as a presenter, you as an artist, I think the better our community will be. So you coming and sharing our stage with all of our safety protocols in place is such a good message to send to our audience, that we're keeping them safe, we're keeping you safe, and to the students at NVU. And I think that going forward, I think we'll be in good shape. So Chad, thank you so much for joining me, and thank you so much in advance for coming out and joining us on stage at NVU.
Well, thank you, Molly. And I just want to reiterate that maybe we spoke about it, but let me just tell you that there are only 60 car spots, and I know that 10 have already sold. So there's 50 spots left. So get off you're sitting at home, right? And get on and get tickets for our show, because we are gonna shred it like we haven't in a long time. So we appreciate being there, and appreciate you taking the time to out of your day as well.
Yeah, and we'll give folks some information about calling the box office as well, because the website has been kind of wonky lately. It's been off and not doing ticket sales for the last few months, and now it doesn't know what to do. So we do have Martin in the box office who can help people get their tickets as well. And I foresee us selling this one out for sure. And Chad,
yes,
I will see you on Sunday, August 30th. Stay well.
Sounds good, Molly. Peace all. Bye.
Thank you so much, Chad, for joining me on Catamoments. And thank you to all the artists and to all the representatives of the creative sector who have joined me on this show as well. And to you, our dear audience and our dear supporters, please find updated information on what's going on outside of our building at our Facebook page and on our Instagram feed, and of course, always at our website. And give us a call at the box office on Tuesdays and Thursdays to purchase those tickets to our last few Drive-In to Stay Safe concert and movie series events. All right, I will see you soon.
Catamount Arts would like to thank these sponsors for their continued support.